Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is running into the final critical area of support and is now flashing a new signal that we need to pay attention to, as the German government is now dumping a lot of Bitcoin on the market, pushing the price closer towards a technical bear market, which I'll talk about in just a moment, alongside Ethereum now flashing a new signal in the short term and breaking below critical support, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, we need to talk about the Bitcoin news today, because the German government is actually dumping a lot of Bitcoin on the market right now, which is dumping the price of Bitcoin. Because at least as of right now, the German government is actually holding over 40,000 Bitcoin worth over $2 billion US, and so far they are sending quite a lot of Bitcoin to exchanges, dumping that Bitcoin right now on exchanges, for example on Coinbase, Kraken, and Bitstamp. And this is simply based on on-chain analytics, because of course the Bitcoin blockchain is transparent. We can see every single transaction that's happening on the Bitcoin blockchain, including where the German government actually got this Bitcoin on. You can see all of this information online because Bitcoin is completely transparent. And based on on-chain analytics, the German government is set to sell potentially up to $175 million worth of Bitcoin, which once again can actually dump the price of Bitcoin, at least in the short term. But like I just said earlier, the German government is still holding over $2 billion worth of Bitcoin based on on-chain analytics. And now, obviously, we don't know for sure whether or not the German government really needs these funds in order to fund the government, or if they just want to dump the price of Bitcoin because they want to dump the price of Bitcoin. Either way, the outcome is the same. We are indeed seeing a dump in the price of Bitcoin as the German government is offloading a big chunk of their Bitcoin holdings. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, like I just said, this is causing a dump in the price of Bitcoin as of right now. And this is potentially the beginning of that next extremely volatile move that has been building for a while now in the price of Bitcoin, based on the Bollinger Bands indicator here on the 4-day Bitcoin chart. Because basically, anytime where we see a major squeeze in the Bollinger Bands, this usually happens just before a major volatile move in the price of Bitcoin. And these squeezes in the Bollinger Bands are also shown here in the Bollinger Bands width indicator, by the Bollinger Bands width dropping to the downside, obviously, as the width decreases between the Bollinger Bands. But what we are now starting to see is actually a potential reversal back to the upside in the Bollinger Bands width indicator, which essentially means an expansion in the Bollinger Bands, which is basically a signal telling us that the next extremely volatile move is now beginning, which is a bearish movement. And so our final support for the bearish move right here, the final support to pay attention to, is sitting at around 56,000, approximately around 56 to 57,000. So basically, if we see a confirmed break below 56K with daily candle closes, or a weekly candle close below 56K, honestly, we could return back down towards around 48,000 as a likely scenario if 56 breaks with confirmation. And around 48K, we should have a lot of support, and also much more support at around 40,000. So right in between around 40 to 50,000, there should be a lot of support in that price range, but expect to move down there if 56 breaks, which at least as of right now, at the time of recording this video, 56K has not yet broken with confirmation, once again, based on candle closes on large timeframes. And if we're staying on the 4-day Bitcoin chart, taking a look at the super trend indicator, right now, this is still in the green, as it has been basically every single day since the very beginning of 2023, which is when I actually flipped much more bullish again on the longer term trend, flipping from bearish to bullish in terms of the bear market and the bull market, the much larger trends in the price of Bitcoin. And once again, as you can see, it's been green this entire time, telling us that we're very much still in a bull market despite these short-term bearish trends and pullbacks along the way. But the signal that would turn this indicator back into the red would be a confirmed break with a 4-day candle close back below around 56,000 approximately, because at that level right there, that's where the super trend indicator is sitting at the lower side, once again at around 56,000. And so, like I just said, if we see a confirmed break with a candle close below 56K on this 4-day time frame, then that would flip this super trend indicator back into the red. And the last time that happened was the beginning of the previous bear market, the 2022 bear market. And now keep in mind, we also saw something similar happen around the middle of the 2021 bull market. So first of all, in the second half of 2020, this indicator was sitting in the green, indicating a bull market, and this continued into early 2021. But then, of course, it was around May 2021 where we saw a major crash, a major volatile move to the downside, which was kind of happening during that 2021 bull market because we ultimately formed a new all-time high later on in later 2021. And so basically, if this indicator flips back into the red on this 4-day time frame, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have another 1-year bear market from now. It could just mean we could stay bearish for a few months or so, but essentially that would be a very bearish signal on the larger time frames, pointing towards more of a bearish trend, at least lasting for a couple of months as a most likely scenario, possibly longer. But once again, I want to make it clear that at least for now, that bearish signal in this indicator has not yet confirmed. Because once again, in order to actually confirm this indicator flipping back into the red, we need to see a confirmed candle close below 56,000, which at least for now has not happened. And so for all we know, we could still find support at around 56,000 and close above 56K, like what we saw back here. For example, we had a few close calls during this very bull market where we actually saw the price go below the point of invalidation, but we never saw a candle close below that level, which is important. But no matter what happens here, I'll be sure to keep you up to date every single day here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos, which I post on this channel completely for free. And with that being said, taking a look at this 3-day Bitcoin chart, and as of right now, the 3-day Bitcoin RSI is still sitting below 50 in the lower half of the indicator. And as I've said in the past, over the last 1 week or so, I'm using this opportunity to simply just dollar cost average into Bitcoin. So I'm slowly accumulating Bitcoin bit by bit on the spot market. And so by doing that, I'm taking advantage of these slightly lower prices compared to back here, for example. So essentially, if we eventually see a bounce back to the upside, I would benefit from a bounce. But even if we continue a dump in the short term, that is still okay because I'm not going all in at once. I'm allowing for the possibility of a continued dump. And at the same time, I am not using any leverage at the moment. So even if we do see a continued dump in the short term, I will not get liquidated. I would still be perfectly okay by using that strategy of simply just dollar cost averaging slowly into Bitcoin as of right now. But once again, that is just my strategy that I'm using, and I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice, and I don't know your personal financial situation, so it might not work for you, but that is what I'm doing right now. And with that being said, taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, and what is very interesting right now is the fact that we're actually seeing a decent sized pullback here in the DXY, which historically speaking, basically every single time where the DXY is trending in the bearish direction, that is almost always bullish for the price of Bitcoin. And so it's possible that as of right now, this dump that we're seeing at the moment is simply due to the German government nuking the price of Bitcoin as we speak. But at the moment, the DXY is still pulling back. So for all we know, once Germany finishes selling their Bitcoin, we could potentially see more of a bullish reversal. But as I've explained over and over again here on the channel, ultimately when we're looking at this chart right here, I'm looking at more of the trends, not the individual movements. And so, for example, if we see one move down in the DXY, we could still see a dump in the price of Bitcoin, or one move up in the DXY, we could still see a pump in the price of Bitcoin. But generally speaking, when the DXY is trending in the bearish direction, forming lower highs and lower lows, that is usually bullish for Bitcoin in terms of the trend, not the individual movements. And also from time to time, on rare occasions, these can trend in the same direction, like what we saw in late September. Once again, as I explained around a week ago, that was one example where we saw the DXY and the price of Bitcoin actually trend in the same direction, but that only lasted for just a couple of weeks, and that's a very rare occurrence. So most of the time, they are trending in the opposite directions. And ultimately, this is why I talk about multiple different charts, indicators, patterns, and signals, not just one single chart on this channel, because obviously we need to look at as much information as possible, put it all together, and look at what is most likely moving forward based on multiple data points. But either way, this is definitely something important to at least pay attention to and stay up to date on, which is why I talk about it in these update videos, because historically speaking, it has been very accurate at determining the trends in the price of Bitcoin. Once again, not the individual short-term movements. But while we're seeing the current short-term dump in the price of Bitcoin, we've actually just hit a major area of support, a critical area of support in between around 56,500 to 58,000. And at least at the time of recording this video, we're currently finding support around that area. We're currently seeing a small bounce from that price range. And if we continue to hold this area as support, at least just for the next 1 to 2 days, so if we see just 1 to 2 daily candle closes confirming in the green, then that could potentially confirm a new bullish divergence that is forming right now on the daily time frame. Because as of right now, we've got clear lower lows in the price of Bitcoin in the daily candle closes, potentially if this daily candle close confirms anywhere where it is right now. And of course, in the daily Bitcoin RSI, at least for now, this is still forming higher lows, which is a bullish divergence. But as of right now, this is not yet confirmed. We're still waiting for those 1 to 2 green candle closes to confirm here in the price of Bitcoin. But ultimately, we're actually in a similar situation right now to what we were in roughly around a week ago when we saw that short-term dump. Obviously, that was quite the dump just in the short term, but then over the next 1 week approximately, we did actually see some choppy sideways price action and a slight bullish relief, and then a rejection from strong resistance, continuing that short-term bearish trend later on, which once again, I was talking about over and over again over the last 1 week as the most likely scenario. And so now that this has played out as expected, what am I expecting moving forward? Well, what I'm expecting is something similar, but based on this area of support. So we're most likely going to see a lot of support around this area, possibly chop around sideways or see a very slight bounce, but that alone does not necessarily confirm a new bullish trend. And so it is important to understand that as of right now, we are still very much within a short-term bearish trend. And in order to confirm a bullish trend reversal, we need to confirm bullish trend reversal signals, like, for example, strong confirmed breakouts above key resistance. And as of right now, the resistance areas to pay attention to for the price of Bitcoin are, first of all, sitting at around 60,000 to 61,000. That was previous support and should now act as new resistance. And above that, we have more resistance in between 63 to 64,000, 67 to 68,000, and 72 to 74,000. And so that is the situation right now for the price of Bitcoin in the short term. And of course, we are still on a weekday. We're still expecting a lot of volatility because usually most of Bitcoin's volatile moves in the price happen during the week on the weekdays. And historically speaking, most often during the weekends, we usually see relatively flat price action. So potentially we could see a bit of a break from this bearish price action right here as we start to move into the weekend. But either way, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I do just about all of my trading over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, I'll take you to this page right here, which is currently a massive $100,000 lucky draw happening right now, which is happening for a limited time, by the way. And so once again, just by trading crypto on Bybit, using that link, you get these chances into this lucky draw where you could potentially win some free Bitcoin or Ethereum or trip to an F1 race or free USDT or up to $100,000 just by trading crypto on Bybit using that link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check it out. Once again, first link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex down below this video as an alternative crypto exchange. And with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and obviously over the last few days, we've continued to see that short-term pullback, that dump in the price of Bitcoin, thanks to the German government at the moment dumping the price of Bitcoin. But with that being said, we still have a lot of liquidity actually building to the upside, mainly sitting close to 64,000, or more specifically in between around 63.8K to 64.2K. And so that is still an important area to pay attention to on the Bitcoin chart. But with that being said, between now and then, we still have that critical resistance to pay attention to between the current price and that major liquidity. But with that being said, if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the daily time frame, right now the price of ETH is attempting a break below this golden pocket area of support, sitting in between around 3170 to 3220. But at least for now, we have not actually seen a daily candle close below that area, confirming the break to the downside. But if we do end up confirming the break to the downside below that golden pocket, then in that case, the next short-term support to pay attention to on this time frame is sitting at around $3,000 or just above $3,000. And below that, we have a significant amount of support at around $2,850 to $2,870 based on these previous lows. And it's also worth pointing out that the daily Ethereum RSI is getting extremely close to oversold territories for the first time in many months. And so if we end up seeing a bit more of a pullback here, that is going to push the RSI further into oversold territories, telling us that very soon we're actually approaching the lower limits, just in the immediate short term at least, for the price of ETH in terms of this bearish trend. But even if we see an oversold signal here and a bit of a bounce back to the upside or bullish relief of some sort in the price, that alone is not necessarily enough to confirm a bullish trend reversal, because for that, as I've explained recently here on the channel, we need to see bullish reversal signals actually confirm, like confirmed breakouts back above key resistance, which at least for now have not happened. And so, like I've already been saying, basically every day over the last 3 weeks, we're still clearly within a short-term bearish trend, at least for now. And if we're looking at the 12-hour time frame, obviously, as I said in my last video, we already invalidated this bullish divergence, so that already played its part for roughly around 1 week. But because we failed to break out above any significant resistance, we actually rejected multiple times from this resistance sitting at around 34.50. Because of that fact, we continued the short-term bearish trend later on. And obviously, just recently, we confirmed that break below 3.3K with 12-hour candle closes below 3.3K. And the moment we saw just one 12-hour candle close slightly below 3.3K, we saw a quick move towards this next Fibonacci level, which is currently sitting at around 3.1K, or more specifically, around 3120, acting as short-term support. And if we're looking at the 8-hour time frame, we are also now seeing the 8-hour Ethereum RSI extremely oversold. This is the most oversold the RSI has been in a very long time. And if we're simply just looking at the last few times where that 8-hour Ethereum RSI entered into oversold territories, usually this happens just before at least some sort of short-term bounce or sideways consolidation before potentially the continuation of the bearish trend later on. And so once again, within the next 1 to 2 days, I do actually expect some sort of low to be formed in the price, whether it's right now or after a little bit more of a dump. Once again, just in the next 1 to 2 days, I do expect some sort of low. So basically the price to stop going to the downside at some point within the next 1 to 2 days. But that could just be a temporary relief during the bearish trend before the trend continues later on once again, as I said back here and back here. And with that being said, taking a look at the price of Solana on the 12-hour time frame, and clearly the price of Solana over the last 1 day followed what Bitcoin and Ethereum did with that dump to the downside. So obviously we broke back below 140, which that area was a critical area to hold for the bulls, 140 to 144. But because we broke back below 140, we did see a quick move to the downside, almost back down towards this area of support, sitting in between 120 to 128. And so that is still the critical area of support right now to pay attention to for the price of Solana. And that is definitely an important area to hold above, because if we start seeing a break below 120, we could potentially confirm a massive head and shoulders pattern on this chart right here. And in case you're new to all of this, a head and shoulders pattern is an extremely bearish pattern, but only if it confirms with a break below the neckline. So basically a break below this area of support, below 120. But at least for now, we're still finding support just above that area. So for all we know, we could just continue chopping around sideways in this sideways price range in between this area of support and this area of resistance. And once again, whether it's right now or perhaps tomorrow, very soon, I do actually expect a bit of a break from this bearish price action just in the next couple of days. But ultimately, if we end up seeing any bounce back to the upside, we still have strong resistance to pay attention to. Like, for example, in between 140 to 144, that should now act as new resistance. And above that level, we also have more resistance at around 153 to 154, more resistance at 160, and in between 170 to 175. But once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.